Well, it's kind of a stormy Monday afternoon, and I got nothing better to do, and I haven't made a video in a while, so I figured, what the heck. Well, being that it's a rainy Monday afternoon, I figured I'd do a video dedicated to these things here. Vintage Radio Shack Nova 8 speakers from 1975. I haven't opened these up in quite a while and inspected the drivers inside. But I think there's a time for everything, so I'll unscrew these and show you all what's in them. There's 4 Phillips head screws that are right down in here. And to get the covers off, all you gotta do is just turn them like any old screw, lefty-loosey or righty-tighty. Simply pull the side panels off. There we go. And here's a look inside of them. Got a nice woofer here. And you got your 2 mid-range speakers. And then you got your tweeter up there on the top. I'm in really close here on the drivers, and as you can see, your speakers that are 35 years old, there's absolutely zero rot whatsoever. And these speakers, the drivers on them, they have a lifetime warranty on them, so if these things ever go out, you can always take them to your nearest Radio Shack and get them fixed, or at least I would assume that they would still honor something from 1975. Let's check out the mids here. Very sturdy. There's like an oil on these things that keeps them from drying out. There's like a, I don't know if it's an oil or if it's like a resin or an epoxy of some kind. Okay, I've removed the sub from the speaker. It just sits out there. And then there's all this fiberglass insulation there. It's really annoying to pull it out because it pricks your fingers. And if I put the light inside here, I'll show you all the internal crossover network. Here's the internal crossover network for the speaker. I'll push in here. You can see the coil, which is for the subwoofer. And attached to that is a 50 volt 33 microfarad electrolytic capacitor. And seeing as how it's from 1975, it probably has PCBs in it, so that's something to keep in mind if you ever get something this old and you want to blow it up or something. Try not to, because it's probably got some really nasty stuff in it. And then up here there's another coil, and then there's those two silvery things are rheostats, which will control the levels of the mid-range and the tweeters. And up above that is the crossover network for the tweeters and the mid-ranges. I'm assuming these, I haven't traced out the wiring or anything on these speakers, but I can only assume that these are for the tweeters and the mid-ranges up here. And then here's the back side of the woofer. And as you can see, made in Japan. 8 ohms. I don't know what 3007 AA means. Terminal connectors. And then there are the wires that go into the coil, which is back here. And again, a view of the speaker back together. Pretty basic enclosure, particle board. Probably made out of pine, sanded and varnished. Could refinish them and everything, but why bother? It just ruins the vintage quality of them. Okay, and then here's one of the mid-range drivers removed. Comes in a cone to help with, I'm assuming it's to help sound quality. Prevent the subs from getting in there. Sub sound from getting in there. And then here's the underside. It's upside down, so I'll turn it mid-range speaker. Okay, and now here's the tweeter removed. I accidentally dented the little button there, but oh well. And you see a tweeter, and it's a 4-ohm. And last but not least, here are the crossover controls. Again, these are rheostats, and you've got one that controls your mid-range, and then you've got one that controls your high frequency. And then coming down here are your terminal hookups. You've got 2 screw terminals, and then you also have an RCA jack for should you ever have those kind of hookups. And then here's the manufacturer's information. I'll zoom in just a little bit. No, the 8 catalog number 40-4020, Radio Shack Corporation, a Tandy Corporation company with Japan on there. And then on the bottom corner here is the inspection sticker. I found a bass test clip on YouTube, so you'll get to see these speakers in action. I've got the volume turned up about 3/4 of the way. Coming down 14 hertz, 11 hertz, 8 hertz, 5 hertz. You can see those move. Turn it down just a little bit so I don't rattle the place apart. 70, 80, 95. So yeah, that's just a little quick video, something to put on YouTube. Vintage Tandy Radio Shack Nova 8 speakers from 1975. If you find them, I say buy them because they're a pretty good deal.